Another month is over, and so is another daily challenge. This time I set out to take a picture every day for the whole month. My objective was to get back into the habit of going through the world with photos in mind. When before I used to take my camera with me wherever I went, I now noticed some months in my Lightroom library where I didn't capture anything. These 30 days were supposed to change that. While I did succeed and have taken a photo every day, it didn't turn out the way I imagined. Often I was in bed late at night and realized that I didn't take a picture yet, so I had to get up and find something interesting within my room. While some of these photos turned out way better than I thought they would, this wasn't what I had in mind when coming up with the project. So, what went wrong? The reason is mostly to be found within the preparation. Apart from the main idea, I didn't come up with a more detailed plan. What does taking a picture actually look like? Only to capture it, or edit it as well? How would I hold myself accountable? And so on. I didn't put enough boundaries and guidelines in place. Two things that, looking back at it, would have helped me most are accountability and a better idea of what the challenge actually looked like. Let's look at accountability first. Until the very end, I didn't tell anybody about the challenge, and after forgetting to post the first picture, I didn't think that it was worth it starting on day 2. This meant that I didn't feel any pressure of delivering a result at the end of the day. This, I think, could have been a real game changer. Having somebody who would know that again I didn't take a picture before bedtime. Sharing would have also forced me to have a finished photo at the end of the day. I often went through the photos of the last week and edited them in one go, instead of doing the work every day. This made the daily activity less creatively fulfilling and defeated part of the purpose, I think. At least as important would have been a better plan of how I would approach these daily pictures. A quote out of Atomic Habits by James Clear sums this up perfectly. Many people think they lack motivation, when what they really lack is clarity. It is not always obvious when and where to take action. I had made no plan when and where to take action. In the beginning, I thought this would give me more freedom in adapting to the changing events of each day. But in retrospect, it didn't give me any structure in how I would go about carrying out my new habit. Apart from those two, there are a few other problems that made it harder to succeed. While my motivation of getting back into photography was a good one, it wasn't founded deep enough in my current situation. It wasn't clear where this challenge was supposed to get me or what it was supposed to do for my current self. I also think that it might have been the wrong time to do it. There are so many things that need my attention that trying to fit another one in there might have been a bit too much. On the positive side though, I did get myself to snap a picture each day, and there are some good ones coming out of this month. Even though they are no masterpieces, I did enjoy the few minutes every day that I had to focus on finding an interesting frame to capture. Even late at night, when I was quite pessimistic that anything good would come out of this, I was surprised by myself. One night, for example, I started experimenting with long exposure while moving the camera. And when I actually did take my camera with me, I became more aware of my surroundings, always looking for the next shot. There's this quote I recently read. We learn nothing by being right. I learned 2 lessons through this challenge. The first one being the importance of reflecting on which habits to build and looking for a why. There are so many things one could do with their time, but everybody has different priorities and goals. If you aren't somebody who wants to be taking more pictures, then taking on a challenge like this is complete nonsense. But even for someone like me, who has been taking pictures for years and really enjoys it, it is important to reflect on what I hope to accomplish at that moment for myself with a particular new habit. The second lesson becomes more important after choosing which habit to tackle next. Taking the time to think about how to fit it into an already existing schedule and which other structures to put in place helps to make it easier to act on the intention. As a bonus, I got reminded how much I love taking photographs and that it is worth it every gram of taking my camera with me everywhere I go. Thanks for watching.